In this short video, I'm going to take you through how to restore this panel here. Most of these rust out on the bottom. This one was no exception. The work went really well, but as you'll see, I was in for a real shock. If you watch to the end, you'll see the terrible end result, which you can now see is all absolutely fine. It's bloody awful. You'll see my mood takes a real dive. But before all that, I have to make a little jig. It's fairly simple, but I just got to make sure it's in the right place. And those corners are quite sweet. They're in good shape, so I'm going to cut all around here. No measurements need to be taken here. Then I can fairly accurately position that against that straight line there. So I'm just cutting that rusty bit. It's not needed for any accurate measurements. I'm dreaming up my jig, and there it goes, screwing a load of pieces of wood to the old bench in such a way if you push this thing forward and left, it will always be in the same place. And I'm putting in these tall bits of old fence post, nice and sturdy, so that all you have to do now is push the thing in to the left and it's always in the same place. That's it then, I can cut the rest of it out and I've got a nice reference point. For putting in the new piece. So a little bit of trimming, I just keep going with it, trim, put it back until it's pretty close, and here we have the end result. So there you have it, it's done. Very pleased indeed. That looks fantastic there. I suppose the blue sticks out a bit more towards the bottom, but I can bend that quite easily. In front they line up beautifully, although the Land Rover part has a radius on it and this does not. That's pretty good. I've overcooked it slightly on this end, but that's nothing the welder won't fix. Over here, looking pretty good. Slight half mil gap opening, so that's absolutely fine with the welder. Very pleased with that. And then for some reason that piece seems to come downhill, so there's a bit of a step there, but when this is all attached here and here, that should easily pull that blue piece up and into shape like that. So that's really great. I'm very pleased with that. The jig sort of worked, screwing it to the desk like that. So I think that's good to go now. So I'm taking the plate off there. I'm stripping the whole thing down basically so I can prep it for painting prior to welding. So these are the little clips that hold the strip in where the bonnet rests. So those will come out. And then I'm into cleaning it. So paying particular attention to the bit you're going to see, and then giving it a fairly good de-rusting around in the back. And then it can go on. So once I've tack welded it on, held all the bits in place, then the jig can come apart. So here you go, you see the fence posts coming out, and there's only two bits. The last screw didn't want to come out, and the black one seems to have to unwind it. That's it, then I can start welding this thing on properly. Now it's held in place with the tacks. Quite a lot of the blast and wait type of technique, get a lot of power on there, but not overheat the material. Oh, look at that! Goodness me! Unbelievable! Artec MiG 180, baby! Oh, I'm pleased with that. Flippin' heck! Yeah, baby! So, I can go across the front of there. Grind and clean this lot up. A little dash of filler and we are away. Grinding back those welds, making sure they're all at least flush. There's no problem if there's a little divot, but if there's a protrusion then obviously it needs to come off. Then I'll mix up some filler. Go with quite a coarse dumping of filler to start with. Let that dry. I'm cleaning up the second panel. This is the only other bit of steel that's blue that's left. Very crusty, so I'm just cleaning it up. Nothing needed repairing, but I'm just going to repaint it. That sits between the bulkhead and the transmission tunnel. And then back to the front panel. I can sand those back, just a real coarse job with the wire wheel and the grinder. And then I think I might have even done one coat on this one. And then it's on with the sandpaper and my super fast hands to clean all that down. Get a radius on the edge. And again, it's not what you see here, it's what it feels like. So often going back and feeling, if you can feel a lump, you won't be able to see it even, but if you can feel it, then you'll see it when the paint is on. Yeah, no, I'm no expert at this, as you'll see later in this video. But I was pretty satisfied with this result. And indeed, what I'm doing right here is not the problem which I encounter. Had to redraw these, which were a nightmare. Putting a square file in, a lot of manual labour to get them to work. And I've redone that one. It was kind of an old-fashioned riv nut, whatever thing, which was a bit weird because that one was obviously originally one of them. But they're all good now, they're all lined up. I've tried the grill on, it sits nicely. I'm so pleased with this. So I'll get this all prepped up now and spray this lot. That's it, on goes the primer. So I do a nice, just shove it all in at the back, and I do sacrifice that very back edge. You'll see now when I turn it over, that sits on the blocks of wood where the radiator mounts. There we go. Now I'm painting the top, which is the bit you'll see, which is the most important bit. There we go, the bit you can see is absolutely great. Very pleased with that. All going so well up to this point. On goes the paint. This is what happens. I'm so annoyed at how this has come out. There's like these lesions, no matter what I do, I spray over them, it looks perfect, then a few minutes later they've appeared again. I hate painting stuff like this. There's like separation of colour as well. You see different colours appearing in it. Here, look, this darker patch. It's bloody awful. Oh god, I hate this. I hate it.